generations, Aneita Fern.
When we lived in California, we bought
We lived in a craftsman bungalow in West Adams.
what is it? Do they call it like transitional? Because it had stained glass. It had some stained glass, but some craftsman aspects to it. So they were. The real estate agent called it.
There were huge lion heads. I guess we had to start over, huh?
No, it's okay. Keep going.
There were large lion heads on either side of the fireplace, which is why we have a lion dog now. And there were original fixtures in the ceilings. The
Chandeliers
were original fixtures.
We saw pictures that mimicked or were the exact same design of the chandeliers in the living room and in the office.
There were built-in closets.
The office had built-in cubby holes.
There were very few outlets in this house, and because outlets were not something you found in houses like this much.
So there we were in this house, and everybody around us was what's the word?
Everyone
restoring.
wanted us to,
They were restoring,
and they were begging us to do the same.
and I was a struggling actor, and he was a struggling graphic designer, and we were just happy to be living in the house. So we never could really afford to do what everybody else around us was doing, to the point of replastering the ceiling and repainting and refinishing the hardwood floor in the living room. And then came the earthquake.
1992? 94.
So fast forward, here we are in this house, and always loved Stickley furniture.
And when Aneita Fern opened in, I guess it's 2000, a good 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, 2005, let's say. I got very excited because I heard it was coming, and then I started thinking, I'd like to have some Stickley furniture in my house. And we met a friend who actually worked at the Stickley store before it opened, and Cynthia and I talked a bit, and we started pricing some items. The pricing of the bed came first.
She actually gave us a tour of the store before it opened.
Cool.
So we felt very privileged, and we couldn't wait for it to open. But once we knew that this room was going to be with Mission Furniture, we have the marriage contract, the ketubah up there, and we instructed the friend Lauren Miller, who still does ketubahs, who was going to do it as a gift for us. We told her that there were certain styles we wanted included, including the arts and crafts roses that are prominent in the design of the certificate. So that was in 2000.
That was in 2003, which came before Aneita Fern came to Dallas. I saw online through the Stickley website a picture of a few beds, and we're considering different beds. This room and the bathroom were being redone at the time, and we instructed our contractor to fashion the room around the ketubah, around the marriage contract with that style. And our designer, we told him we were looking at Mission Furniture, Mission Arts and Crafts, an arts and crafts look. I showed the picture of this bed to Don and to our designer as well, Ruben, come, good boy. And both Don and the designer and the contractor said absolutely not.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, we had picked a spindled bed. Okay, it was a lower. The headboard was lower and it was much simpler. And then Jan saw a picture
of the prairie bed, prairie bed.
And I said no, and the contractor said
it'll
overpower the room, and our designer said it's way too big. And then the store opened, and we walk in, and what's the first thing you see in the store?
They had this bed in a queen size, And I've moved into the store for about 3 weeks and stared at it for the whole 3 weeks. I brought Don into the store, and when he saw it, he said, "Oh my God, we have to have that bed." And then our designer came in, and initially he had thought that he could send the design or a picture of it to someone who could copy it, which I didn't care for that idea. And when his friend saw the image, said, "I can't reproduce that," which we were glad for, because we eventually were able to purchase this bed. It's a California king size, and that started us off on the whole idea of furnishing the room with more Stickley furniture. And it has reminded us of the wonder of living in that house in California, which we never could furnish. And it's as if we were able to furnish that house. But it's just this room. And it's
And the bathroom.
a wonderful memory of that period of our lives. So we're very happy with this, and we hope to buy much more.
There's no more room for anything more.
Except a certain table.
Now the table's coming in May or June.
Furniture for generations.